Stormy West Coast Rob, man, and welcome to my podcast, You Bitch.
You are now listening to YeahDat the podcast, hosted by West Coast Rob.
Welcome back to another episode of YeahDat the podcast, hosted by yours truly, West Coast Rob. Before we start this episode, I'd like to give a shout out to today's sponsor. Today's show is sponsored by Nothing But Cake, the world's best bun cake. Nothing But Cake. No, I'm just kidding. I wish it was sponsored by Nothing But Cake. You know what I'm saying? It's so good. So good. But if you're out there listening to Nothing But Cake representatives, just be aware that you have a huge fan here at YeahDat the podcast, and that is me, West Coast Rob. So, excuse me, without further ado, thank you for tuning into another episode of YeahDat the podcast, hosted by yours truly, like I said. So, fun fact is, I actually recorded an episode last night to have ready this morning, first thing in the morning, so on the ride to work, you know, it would have been out on all platforms and whatnot. However, I wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? I wasn't feeling it. I had, I wrote down, excuse me, I just ate. You know, it was past due from my window of eating because I intermittent fast. But, excuse me. But yeah, I was supposed to drop it last night, which for those of you listening, I'm also doing the video to go with it. So you can watch this on YouTube if you would like, while you're doing cardio, while you're riding in the car or whatever. Or you can just do it the old traditional way and just listen to it on whatever platform you listen to your podcast, because it's on all of them. All of them. But like I said, I had recorded it about an hour worth of content, and then at the end of it, I just wasn't satisfied with it. You know, I wrote down a lot of points of different things I wanted to talk about, but I felt as if it was too, like, I don't know, like, oh, point, talk about it, point, talk about it. It was like structured, instead of it being just like, you know, freelance, whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'm not publishing that shit, man. You know what I mean? I'm not publishing it. I'm gonna do it again. So that's what the case is. For those of you watching, if you noticed the difference in my appearance, it's because I had to go to work today and I had to shave my weekend shadow off. So that's why. But yeah, like I said, I recorded an episode last night, but was not feeling that. And you shouldn't just be what's the word I'm looking for, man? I mean, don't just put mediocre shit to put it out. You know what I mean? I learned that about a year ago in the heart of COVID. You know, I was putting out YouTube videos and stuff in regards to like gym, garage gym stuff and whatnot. And I noticed that I was putting stuff out just to put it out, just to have the content out there, which it plays a big, important role. But if the quality of it is trash, then, I mean, no one wants to see that crap. No one's gonna come back and watch it. So don't just, I cannot think of the word I'm trying to say. But don't be satisfied with just mediocre-ish. If you're truly not 100% feeling it, then don't put it out, man. So that's why we're here right now, redoing it. YeahDat the podcast. So I hope everybody had a good and safe weekend. I hope you went into the weekend with all your fingers and all your toes. And if you came out of the weekend today on Monday missing one or missing a toe or a finger, you got a hell of a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that good. Shout out to you. But first and foremost, shout out to everybody out there who's listening, who's watching. I truly, truly appreciate you. as always, I gotta give kudos to everybody out there who's continuing and showing the support to me and the show. As of late, I've been getting a lot of reviews from people, which I truly and genuinely appreciate. Thank you so much. And if it's constructive feedback, then that's cool too, man. Because you got to do stuff and learn from it. Not everybody's perfect. People might think that. You might go on social media and see people and swear they're perfect. Ain't nobody perfect in this motherfucking world, man. So I appreciate the reviews. I appreciate the feedback from everybody who gives it, who listens. I truly, truly do. Thank you so much. Last episode I was talking about my quarantine experience and then going to a water park for my youngest daughter's birthdays. That's what was covered in the last episode, and it was the first time I did a recording of just solo myself and the podcast. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out on YouTube. I'll link it at the end of this video on YouTube, and then I'll link the audio, the regular podcast forum on the main platforms, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google. I'll put that in the description below as well. So make sure you check it out. If you haven't, if you're new to the channel, new to the podcast, thank you and welcome. I hope you find it interesting. It's a podcast from the people, or for the people, by the people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing but a person just like you. I'm no better than you are. So please, I hope you enjoy. And if you like it, you already know what to do, man. So this weekend, actually the podcast helped. It's more so better doing it today because, no different than doing it from last night, but I get to talk about my day I had today on top of the weekend, because the weekend was a good weekend. And I'm not gonna speak for everybody. Excuse me for the constantly clearing my throat. I just ate, and I don't know what the fuck. Something's in my throat. Life water. For those environmentalists out there tripping because I'm drinking out of a plastic bottle, YOLO, whatever. But the weekend was good. Like I said, coming off my anniversary, which I spoke of in the last podcast, 15-year anniversary with my wife, was a few days ago. So we kind of just celebrated it into the weekend. We went to a bougie restaurant, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm bougie, you know what I'm saying? Had some reservations, had a good little ambiance, man. For the first time, I had filet mignon. I don't think I've ever had filet mignon. So I had filet mignon. It was a 16-ouncer, bone in, you know what I'm saying? And that bitch was delicious. And my wife had a seafood trio. She's all about seafood and all that stuff. She had a seafood trio. You know what I mean? It was delightful. We had our sparkling water and all that shit. The service was cool, man. Waiter was real cool, man. He was a college student at one of the local universities and whatnot. And shout out to him, man. That fool he was spot on. I'm saying, young brother. Good luck to you too in your ventures, because he's wrapping up his degree in, I forgot what he said. I don't know if he told me, but he's almost done with his degree at the local college, actually. So shout out to him. He was spot on with his shit. It was funny because he had the voice, and the delivery was like, oh yeah, so we have it's a nice little lobster biscuit and blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And certainly, man. I was like, hell yeah, man. You know what I mean? It's not you being funny, it's you doing your job and being professional. And shout out to him. He was a cool cat, man. So good waiter. We met the manager. The manager was English, and we chopped it up about English Premier League soccer, or football, like they like to call it, football. And was talking about he was getting ready to talk smack about my squad because I told him my daughter's a big EPL fan and we watch EPL, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm from north of London, so as long as she's not a Chelsea fan, which was like, oh, that's my team, guy, that's my team right there. So then I told him that my daughter's a Liverpool fan, and he called them Liverpungles or something like that. But he ended up being an Arsenal fan, which I was like, all right, Arsenal. I mean, when y'all were good when like decades ago, whatever. So we had a long conversation about that. So it was a good time, all in all, a good time. And like I said, we celebrated our anniversary into the weekend, so I'm a big movie buff. We went and watched a movie. We watched Don't Breathe 2. I'm a big horror movie guy too, so we watched Don't Breathe 2, which it was good. I mean, the first one's better, the story's better, but it was good. You know what I mean? And then we had some drinks the next day, and it was just an overall good weekend. And then when we were just chilling, there was a lot to watch, man. You know what I'm saying? My uncle, Manny Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? Pacquiao, he had a fight on Saturday. For those of you new to the channel, new to the pod, I'm Filipino as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm black and Filipino, but I just look like a black guy. But I'm Filipino as well. So of course, I'm fucking Pac-Man all the way. And he had a fight on Saturday night. He was supposed to fight Earl Spence, which I would have ordered that, but Earl he suffered a detached retina or some shit in training, so he ended up having to bow out, and Pacquiao ended up fighting the WBA welterweight champ, Udonius Ugas, who's a bronze medalist in 2008, but he's still a champ. People were saying Pacquiao got stunned by the champ, by Ugas, but how's Pacquiao get stunned when the champ is the champ and Pacquiao's the one trying to take the, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I understand he's Pacquiao, but to me, if I was the champ, I'd be like, don't disrespect me saying I stunned him. I mean, I'm the champ, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, there was that. Then, Pacquiao's talking about retiring now, so I mean, it is what it is. Your time, you can't box forever, so might as well go out on a high note. You know what I'm saying? I know you just lost your fight, but that legacy's still there. You see a lot of fighters, whether it's boxing or UFC or whatever the case may be, they don't know when to hang up the gloves, man, put the trunks away, and they just come out and they're still fighting and just getting knocked the fuck out, man. It happened to Chuck Liddell. It happened to Anderson Silva. It's like, seeing great fighters like that fucking just get knocked out after being indestructible. I mean, it's sad to see, but you got to know when to hang him up. Like Floyd, man, you know what I'm saying? Floyd hung him up, you know what I mean? 50-0. Came out still doing his thing, but he knew when it was time to go. So, man, he's talking about it's 60-40 for him to retire, but it is what it is, man. It's a matter of time, you know what I'm saying? It's a matter of time. But what else happened this weekend, man? Oh, WWE SummerSlam was on Saturday. And for all you wrestling fans out there, I'm not a wrestling fan. I grew up watching wrestling hardcore, you know what I mean? My sister she stuck with it. I stopped watching it when I graduated high school or senior year of high school. Stopped watching it. Then, now I kind of like, I'll peek in on it. My daughters are the same way. It's kind of like, no, we'll watch it, we won't watch it, we'll watch it. We ended up watching the pay-per-view SummerSlam on Saturday because, like, John Cena was fighting Roman Reigns and who else? Fucking lame Goldberg was wrestling my man Bobby Lashley. All in all, SummerSlam sucked. That shit sucked. It was predictable. The fucking WWE sucks for a company that's like driven off its fans and derives off like the fan feedback and what the fans want. They are dropping the ball. My God. But anyway, that's it. The SummerSlam sucked. It was underwhelming. The ending was cool. There was like 3 I would say two or three good matches. The whole card, that shit was whack, but which is sad. Anyway, but there was that, and then what else happened this weekend, man? What else? There was something else. I think I got. Let's see what I have on his notes here. Yeah. That recaps the weekend. Well, there's football and stuff like that. It's still preseason, so I really don't care about preseason and all that. But I seen a stat that I think it was on ESPN or NFL Network or something. It was a stat that talked about the Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens are like 27-0 in preseason. Like they are undefeated. They haven't lost a preseason game in 8 years or some whatever the math is, 9 years. And to me, it's just like, so what? So the fuck what? That you're undefeated in the preseason? Like, no one fucking cares about preseason, man. No one cares about preseason. If they gave a fuck about preseason, they wouldn't have got rid of a game. You know what I'm saying? There wouldn't be one less preseason game. Like, no one gives a fuck about the stats. If you're undefeated or if you're fucking winless in preseason, no one cares. That's just a stupid stat to me. It's like, whatever. Who the fuck cares? Whatever, man. But yeah, seen I think Madden 22 just dropped too. Like, I stopped playing Madden years ago. I don't remember the last Madden game I played. I think I stopped playing Madden when they stopped making NCAA football. Is when I stopped playing, because all the Madden games are the same as the previous year. Like, I watched a video reaction review of the game trailer, and the person I was watching, it just made some valid points. Like, it looks the same. Like, all it is just updated players and features, and like there's no new features. Like, games are just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all about the consumer. You're not appealing to the consumer just because it's the name of Madden 22, Madden 23. Yeah, people are gonna be stoked about it, but when you are dropping the same game every year just with a different title and there's no new features, no new nothing, then the consensus is gonna be like, I don't fuck with Madden. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of games, so I've been PS5. I've been wanting a PS5 for a minute. Now I'm one, when PS5s and PS4s drop, I don't get them right away, because there's always bugs. There's always bugs with them. So when the PS5 dropped last winter, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna wait till the bugs, get out, and then probably buy it around my birthday in spring, summertime. But I didn't know there was gonna be a freaking shortage of the chips or whatever, the pieces they need to build the PS5s. So I've been on a PS5 hunt. You know what I'm saying? So my neighbor, he's a very techie dude. You know what I'm saying? He does cyber forensics or some shit like that. So I was in the gym working out, and he texted me. He's like, hey, they're about to drop 4 PlayStation 5s on Sony's site. There's Sony Direct or whatever. You got to get on there and log on to get in the queue in order to have a chance to buy it. I'm like, bet. So boom, I stopped what I was doing. I dropped the dumbbells, and I'm like, bam, 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 bam. Get in there, and it says a 2-hour wait. I was like, oh, a 2-hour wait, 4 PS5s? I'm not getting one of them shits. So neighbor's like, oh, you know what? I got multiple VPNs. I'm gonna log in through the various VPNs so we can have a better chance. So when my time, because I asked him what his time was. Mine was 2 hours, 2-hour wait. His was like, oh yeah, it told me the same thing about like 30 minutes ago. I'm like, all right, cool. So his time is just starting to dwindle down. He texts me, oh, I'm at 30. I'm like, hell yeah. Boom, I'm at 10. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. So he has one at 10, the other window is at like 15 minutes. I'm like, I bet. He's like, cool, I'm at 5 and 10. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm coming over right now. Come through, as soon as I come through the front door, 3 minutes left. Oh, we are all sold out. I'm like, you bitch. It was right there. I felt it in my grasp. PS5 right there. But to no avail. So now, ain't no telling when I'm gonna get the PS5, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get the PS5 when the PS5 Pro is gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come out with the PS5 Pro, and then by the time I get the PS5 Pro, the PS6 is gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Man, what the fuck? But still on the hunt for PS5 right now, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my brother, my little big bro, Gonzalo, and his podcast, The Empty Orchestra. Doing very well, man. I listened to it this morning. Shout out to the homie. Keep doing your thing. If you haven't checked it out, check him out on Spotify, at The Empty Orchestra podcast. It's a similar basis, you know, free form, freelance, just talking, you know what I mean? It's entertaining as fuck though, man. It's entertaining, you know what I'm saying? So I know the episode before the one he dropped today had me dying laughing, and today he was spin some real shit, you know what I mean? Shout out to him. Excuse me. Oh man, that food. I apologize everybody for the food that got me choked up and gassy and thirsty and all that shit. But you know what I mean, I had to eat. But some other feedback that I got was the background is too busy, or it had like a lot going on. I guess I changed the angle this time for those watching. I have a straight on angle instead of one off to the side, because there's shelves in here, and I mean, this isn't where my permanent spot for the podcast is gonna be. It's gonna be up in my man cave upstairs, but it's not ready right now. So right now I'm just doing it in my wife's office. So that's why you see the shimmer lights in the background and the mandala, or whatever she calls it. But for those of you listening, I got shimmer lights hanging down, and there's a big old mandala thing. The flag rug carpet things that people hang on their walls is back there too. So that's what's back there. The angle before this one, I had it angled so you can see shelves, and there's like stuff on the shelf. So one of the homies was like, oh yeah. My eyes were kind of, I'm gonna make you a background get you a background because I was kind of all over the place, which is understandable because I do the same thing when I watch podcasts or interviews or whatever. I'm looking in the background at different shit too. So I'm saying, shout out to the feedback there. Where am I at, man? I feel like I'm flying through this shit. This is the second time I'm doing the podcast with the video, and it's different. I was talking to my homie Paul, and he was asking about the video. He's like, oh yeah, so how is it? And I was like, I mean, it's cool. It's no big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's different. You know what I mean? It's different including the video than just doing the audio. But I prefer the audio. I like the audio, but I've always wanted to do the video podcast type deal because the visual aspect of stuff is what grabs a lot of people's attention. So like to put somebody's face with the voice they're hearing on a regular basis is it means a lot. It gets to people. So that's another reason why I wanted to incorporate the videos. So if I feel like if I'm flying through this podcast, man, I apologize. It's a different thing. It's different in regards to talking to the camera, and then it is to just, kind of freestyle it into just the microphone with no visual. So apologize ahead of time for that, man. But yeah. Still gonna be I'm gonna be doing the videos, but I'm also still gonna be dropped on all the platforms, like I said. But it's just, it's a lot different though. It's a lot different. But if you like the visual aspect of the podcast, please let me know in the comments. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. If you like it, if you don't like it, let me know that too by hitting like or dislike. Dislikes aren't gonna fucking hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna stop because you dislike my shit. You leave a fucking negative comment, whatever, I'm gonna reply to you too. Not on some fucking petty fuck you type shit, but you know what I mean? On some real shit, because I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a troll like a lot of people out there who hide behind their platforms and like to troll people, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. But yeah, let me know what you think. If I should stick to the audio or if you fuck with the video. And regardless if you fuck with it or not, I'm still gonna drop videos. Just give you a heads up on that shit right now. So yeah. Time for some shameless plugs, man. Go to blenderseyewear.com. Use promo code West Coast Rob, one word, all together, no spaces. Save you some money on some shades, man. You know what I'm saying? Some lightweight, fresh, affordable shades made in San Diego, California, my hometown. Local, support local businesses, small businesses. It's made in America, folks. You know what I'm saying? And they're nice. Yeah, you got shades for all kinds of occasions, man. You got shades to fucking be sporty in, go run, go cycle. You know what I'm saying? You got shades to wear to a fucking shindig. If you want to wear shades to the beach or the pool, you got shades that you can wear to the beach or the pool that float. You know what I'm saying? Some legit ass shit. So check out blenderseyewear.com. Use promo code West Coast Rob, one word, and save you some monies, man. YeahDat. I'm gonna put that in. It's in the description on everything, on YouTube, on the podcast. So go down there, check them out. blenderseyewear.com. Promo code West Coast Rob. Also, you know what I'm saying? Winter's coming up. It's still summer. I mean, you still got about a month. No, not even. Summer's usually over around Labor Day. Is the unofficial end of summer. So, you know, with the fall and the winter coming up, it means it's bulking season. Time to get big. If you're trying to get big, you need to go to blackstonelabs.com and use promo code WestCoast_Rob and save you some money. And the discount on that bitch is legit. I'm telling you. With the promo code, use WestCoast_Rob and you save. It's not even. This was 25% off or some shit. Your purchase at checkout, and that's a significant amount, man. Significant amount. For example, the past over the weekend, actually, there was a sale. They had 2-pound jugs of protein for $25, man. $25 for a jug. You use the promo code, man. It's like $18 for some top quality protein. So if you're trying to get big, you're trying to get some subs, go to blackstonelabs.com. Use promo code WestCoast_Rob and save you some money, homie. YeahDat. All right, let's get back to it. Get back to the topics, man. Oh man, we were talking about sports. So Sha'Carri Richardson, right? For those of you who don't know who Sha'Carri Richardson, you've probably seen a commercial, a Nike commercial with this chick with outlandish hair, long nails, or whatever. Or you probably heard about her. She was the track star who slayed the Olympic trials and then couldn't attend because she popped positive for marijuana. So, with all that being said, I've covered that before on a past episode of the podcast. So the Prefontaine Classic was on Saturday? Either Saturday or Sunday, I can't even remember. But the Prefontaine Classic, which is a track and field event, a pro track and field event in at the University of Oregon. So Sha'Carri Richardson is at the event. You know, she's running. You know what I mean? So the buildup was, she was at the Olympic trials. So expectations were she was going to go and she was going to do some damage. You know what I mean? Or be one of the top sprinters there, easy medalist. You know what I mean? But we didn't get to see that because she popped positive. She popped on the drug test. You know what I'm saying? Not PEDs, but marijuana. So she didn't get to go. Fast forward, Prefontaine Classic. second event they show, this is live. The second event they show, it's the 100-meter sprint, and she's in it. She's got the middle lane, and she's racing against the gold medalists from the Olympics, silver, the bronze, the 4th place, the 6th place, and a gold medalist in like one of the 4x1s. So this is the heat. This is the race everybody's wanting to see. See how she measures up. See if she would have done damage, or you know what I'm saying. See where she would have placed if she was at the Olympics racing these women. I mean, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Thompson Hurrah, the Jamaicans, Jackson, top 3. You know what I mean? Top 3 fastest women on the planet, all from Jamaica. So, you know, Sha'Carri being from USA, it's like, all right, let's go, let's see how you measure up. Man, the gun goes off, bam, and she is automatically already in the back, and then she's in the middle, so it just looks even worse. And she finished dead last. Ninth. She was 9th. So my issue is, okay, whatever, cool. I mean, you lost. It's all good. Now all you gotta do is get better. However, you know what I'm saying, just be humble in defeat. However, she's not. So she loses. Doesn't congratulate anybody. Goes to walk off the track. The interviewer pulls it's like, hey, come here. And she's like, nah. And as you can tell, he was like, no, you're obligated to come say something. So she gives her little post-run interview. And oh my God, it was so embarrassing, because you can tell she wanted to cry, but she was playing it off with little laughs like and she was just like, I'm the 6th fastest, you know, at this event. Y'all know what I'm about. If you want to doubt me, if anybody else wants to doubt me, I don't give a shit. And I was like, come on, man. You're on live TV talking about cussing, sounding ignorant. It's just, oh my, like, ugh. And to me, it's like, oh, and what made it worse is before the race started, they had a split screen on TV. So they had her on the track on this side, then they had this commercial that hadn't been shown yet. They were waiting to premiere it during the Prefontaine, which they did. So it's this commercial. You see these ghetto ass males just tapping the table, blah 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 blah, and then somebody saying some shit like, "Oh, you think I was done? You thought I was done? I'm not done. You want to doubt me? Woo woo. This is this. I'll see you at the finish line." And then it pans out and it's Sha'Carri. So then it goes back to the fucking race. So the buildup is there. So I'm hype. I'm hype. My wife and I are like, oh, let's go. And then the aforementioned result happened. And it's like, y'all gassed her up for fucking nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't be so bad if she was humble in defeat, but the fact that she wanted to act ignorant and just be so fucking stupid afterwards and just sound ignorant is just embarrassing to me. And what bothers me about it is is that black folks are already seen and are already stereotyped as fucking ghetto, ignorant, whatever. So when I see another black person feeding into the stereotype, it fucking pisses me off, because it's like, one, you don't want to be seen that way. You that person do not want to be seen as whatever you're being stereotyped as, but yet you're acting that way and you're feeding into the stereotype. And it's just like, oh, stop it, man. Stop it. You know how you can crush that shit? If you act a different way, if you act humble in defeat. You know what I'm saying? If you were just humble. So fucking people in her circle are failing her, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, ain't nobody saying to change who you are, because wherever you're from, whatever, it's not even about that. It's just be like knowing when and how to act, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a public figure, fucking public, you an athlete, like, come on, man. Come on. So that was an event that happened this weekend too. That was very entertaining, and that was crazy. and she was getting ate up on social media. Twitter was just eating her ass up because she was like, "Oh, I'm the 6th fastest person on this thing," blah blah blah. But then people were like, "How are you the 6th fastest? You came in 9th." You know what I'm saying? It's like people can't see you. Yeah, because you're in the back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, people are funny. But yeah, that was crazy. What about I don't know if you guys heard about Onlyfans. So Onlyfans is doing away with all adult content on its site starting October 1st. So people who have made a gross income off of that thing are going to take pay cuts, like most definitely, because you won't be able to do what you have been doing, to make you that money, which is crazy to me because it's like, so the adult content has grossed $1 billion, 1 billion with a B, billion. It's a $1 billion grossing platform OnlyFans is due to the adult content. So for them to do away with it was like, to me, it was like shocking. It's like, wow, like you grossed $1 billion because of it, and now you're doing away with it. That's crazy to me. Now, mind you, I've never been on there. I've never logged on or seen anything. I just know about it. But I looked into it. I was like, okay, why are they doing away with the adult content? So the reason being is when they originally started, in the terms and agreements of OnlyFans, you were not allowed to do anything of mature nature or anything like that. However, the accounts that have, or the accounts, when an account has the high activity level, the OnlyFans platform company will see that and kind of bypass it, because it's like, okay, well, this account they have a high activity level, analytics are there, they're booming, so okay, they're good to go, we'll let them slide. So then every account on there, or whatever, however many accounts on there doing that, we're all high viewed, high activity accounts. So what they did was they audited themselves, they did an investigation, and it comes to find out that every account on there, damn near 99% of the accounts on there are adult themed, which breaches the terms and agreements. Therefore, hence is why they are getting rid of all adult content starting October 1st. So, in layman's terms, you weren't supposed to do it from the jump. Them fools seen the activity and the analytics was booming. They were making money, the site, so they didn't really look too deep into it. When they finally did, it's like, oh shit, our whole site is damn near a fucking porn site. So that's why they're doing it. Because originally OnlyFans was supposed to be the competitor of Patreon, which Patreon is the same thing, where if you specialize in something, whether it's cooking, fitness, art, or whatever, instead of giving content out for free, you can have a Patreon and people can subscribe to you for a fee and then go from there. So OnlyFans was supposed to be the competitor to that, which it was, but it ended up surpassing it because of the content. But now they can't, which is funny. So and on that note, man, we're just gonna end it right here. I've gone for about 38 minutes. Thank you again for tuning in and listening. For those of you listening, I don't know, I was kind of, freestyling. Like I said, I had to redo it because I felt like it was just too blocky, like bullety from the one I recorded last night. It didn't feel authentic, so I wanted to kind of make it feel authentic and just go with the flow on this one. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you didn't, oh fucking well, it is what it is. But if you did, please make sure you do what you gotta do. You already know what you gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying? Rate it, review it, like it, dislike it, drop comments, let me know, give me feedback. yeah. So that's how we gonna wrap this up. And until the next episode, thanks for listening. And yeah,